So, good evening, everyone. I am Robin. There I go. So, I'm Robin, certified nutrition specialist, which really doesn't mean anything on this, but that's saying that is my title. But today we have Gifty Nkromah, right? Gifty, did I say it?
Yeah, you said it right, Robin.
Good. So, Gifty is our guest tonight, and she's going to share with us. We're going to talk a little bit, and I know she has. When I spoke to her, I'm like, oh my gosh, you have a different mindset about this, and I just loved it. I thought y'all got to meet her, and we're gonna find out your secrets, Gifty. So Gifty has been in the business less than a year, and she is senior sales coordinator.
Wow.
She lives in Maryland, but she is from Ghana. And so we're going to pick her brain a little bit, but I wanted to introduce her to you. And we're just going to jump right in. So Gifty, tell us your Juice Plus story. How did you find out about Juice Plus, and who introduced you to the business, and just kind of your business story? So we'll start there.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. And, my name is Gifty, and I'm originally from Ghana. I am a registered nurse by profession. And last year, around the COVID, I think I have two months left, then I'll be a year in Juice Plus. Around that time, I was going through my phone, and usually I don't really check my text messages, or because of the WhatsApp status, I would rather be on WhatsApp. So as I was going through it, a sister that I know who is, I've been in Women's Aglow with her, and I've taken her like a sister. So I saw a text that she has sent like more than 3 days, and it was a link. So I click on that link, and I open it. I saw this thing about the Juice Plus product. So I started reading about it. I went to the website. I did my due diligence work without even calling her about it. So as I was reading, I read some of the research behind the product. So then I called her, and I said, you sent me a link. What is it about? I intentionally did that because I wanted to know. So she said, it's a product that I'm selling. I said, okay, I'm ready to buy the products and promote your business. If it's a business, I like to promote it for you, buy it and use it for myself. So then I said, okay, do they have any discount? Or because on the website, I saw that if you sign up, you can get it, you can be commission qualified. So when I asked her, she said, if you sign up, you can be commission qualified. So I said, okay, how much does it take to sign up? So she said 52. I said, 52 is nothing. Let me just, So I just signed up, bought the product the same day, and I started using the product. Before then, I used to have some joint pains here and there because I sometimes usually work nights. So when I used the product when the product came in for 3 days, I realized there was a change. So in my job too, I'm a supervisor. So I started telling people about the product. And I said, I opened the research that the people have done. And because I need to get a fact why people should buy as a nurse. I can't just go and say anything. So then they started buying the product. So I didn't even know that there was a promotion. I hit the promotion or whatever. So then I think the 10th of the month, I saw some money in my because I did, when I signed up, I was expecting this commission that they were talking about. I put my card on it. When I saw 250, I said, what? Because initially I told my husband was like, this might be a scam. It's not something that is true. Why would you follow this thing, And so I didn't, at that time, I didn't just let them, I decided to let them mail me the check so that I will see, because my husband, being an accountant, wants to find whether it's a real money or real check. So the check came and he used a pen to, to check it. And she said, oh, well, it's real. He said, well, so I said, well, I want to do, because I've read the mission statement and everything, my intention was not to do the business. My intention was to help people with the product. That was because I have no time for business. So that was one thing I told myself. So as I was doing it, I realized people were buying the products here and there. So I don't want to, if Robin, you leave me, I will just.
No, go keep going. Yeah, no, keep going. This is it. This is how your story went. So yeah.
Yeah, that's how my story went. And yes, that's how the whole thing began. For me to start sharing the product, telling people about, because I know as nurses, at that time it was COVID time, and we are soldiers. We were the main people at the front line. We were designated like soldiers on the camp. And it was something that every nurse was looking for something. Even though we are nurses, we know what it takes. We know we have to take the zinc and the vitamin C and the vitamin D for this COVID. But some people needed, a lot of things, because you can tell people were scared. So I started sharing the product, started calling people. And sometimes I call people and people were like, oh, okay, if you are saying something like that, then I'll buy it. People trusted me to just buy the product. So that's how my story began.
And then when you become senior sales coordinator, I like the way you said the money was just like showing up. You're like, oh, I'm getting this money. So when did you realize that it is a business, and then, oh, you want to do the business? When did you, how did that work? Because in order to get to senior sales coordinator, you can't just do that on. So
yeah, that's a good question, Robin. I realized as I was getting the people were buying the products, I said, let me go back and look at, they were organizing Zooms, and I needed to know what the whole thing is about, even though she has told me this and that, but I needed to find it myself. So the team that she was in, they do Zoom, so I will enter the Zoom and listen, but I was so confused about the whole thing. So I took time, and when I hit QSSC, because at that time when I brought somebody in who is a friend, who is a pastor, he was like, oh, if you are saying this product, I'll buy it, but do they have it? They say, if you sign up, you can get this commission on this 10%. So my friend signed up. So that was a plus for me to move to QSC, because at that time, you just needed a partner to be able to hit the QSC. It is not like this time that you don't need anybody. So my friend too signed up. So I realized that, then I said, okay, let me go back. So within that frame, within a month, I have done, P plus and QSC within that month period. So I sat down, I said, this thing is becoming interesting, and it looks like it's a business that I can do. But so let me sit down. So I sat down myself, and I went through the compensational plan, and I went through the business model, how this business work. It is not just selling. It is about a structure. Because if you get to a certain position, you need a structure to be able to move forward. So I said, okay, if I have to do this, then even if I'm selling the product, I need to share the business to the people, share the business. So I started talking to people about, okay, if whoever wants to buy the product at that time, I would say there's a business opportunity. This is what if you come in, this is how the business runs. You will be able to, earn some extra income. I started talking to people about it before even hitting to Facebook, So this friend of mine who joined me to get to QSC, he was doing a program. So he called me, he said, Gifty, he's always on Facebook doing a program. I said, come on Facebook. I said, I've never been on Facebook. What do you mean by come to Facebook? Like he said, I want you to come and talk about this product that we are using. So I said, well, if I come to Facebook, how am I going to, I don't even know how to, because I've never, Facebook, then I always say my friends in college sign me up. I didn't even know. I will come there once in a while and just, chat a little bit, see my friends, say hi, hello, then move. So my friend, so that particular night, we tried, but I couldn't go on Facebook, but something in me told me to go there, to go to Facebook. So I just sat down again and I tried to go to YouTube, how to get to Facebook Live and all that. I went there right away. I went there, sat down, did a video. The next day, multiple of people were calling me. People who have known me some of them I've known them for 17 years. I've never seen them. They started calling me about, oh, this product that you are talking about, we want to use it. We want to do this. So I started, that's how the recruitment started. And whilst I'm talking to people about the product, I was sharing the opportunity with them.
So I'm going to repeat what you said. Every time you share the product, every time you also share the business opportunity, which I know a lot of people don't do it. So repeat again what you say to them when you're telling them about the product. What do you say to then tell them about the business? You kind of repeated it, but say it again. So
I will tell them, if you sign up for this business, you will be getting the percentage, the commission, and you will be earning 5 ways of earning when you read a compensational plan. So at that time, since I didn't know more about the compensation, I didn't want to go into too much. The little I know is what I tell people, that this business, and I was telling them that, I signed up for 52, but I've got the 52 double. So which means to me, it's like something that's, it was given to me for free. Because the 52 that I paid, I got it back with my first pay being $250. So that was something that I was using to tell people. And eventually people started, most people join. I used to have a lot of people, and I thank God to my amazing team. All this thing belongs to them. I don't joke with my team members, because if they were not the people who believe in me and join me, I will not be here where I am today. So the whole credits, I give it to my team. And even those who have left, and those who are still there, I still give the credit to them, because if it wasn't them, I would not be where I am. And a lot of time people think that they did it by themselves without a team. But if the team is not there, there's no way you will move. That is one thing I found in the Juice Plus compensational plan.
And do you teach your team so just like you introduce the business to them, right? When you tell about the product, do you telling them to do the same thing too?
Oh yeah, that's what I tell my team. I always tell them, don't leave anybody. If somebody wants to buy the product, tell them, because you never know. Somebody will say, oh, I don't want to do it. Some people will say, oh, okay, it doesn't hurt. And maybe they will join, but later on, after them using the product, they'll realize that it's something that they can, use as a business to share. Because the whole concept of this Juice Plus model is sharing. So once you understand the concept that you are there to share, it is not just, to me, and I tell my team that it is not quick money that you're going to get right away. But you keep on sharing, sowing a seed in people's life, you never know where it will land. So that's one thing I believe in. I believe that it is a good thing. We have to share. The business is good. We have to share. The product is good. So why don't you join the two together? Because you never know who will join you.
And that's really your secret, or your success tip is really just going for it, and you're not thinking about it. You're like, oh, you don't have this feelings of, oh, I'm scared. Maybe I shouldn't tell them. You just tell them, right? You just.
Yeah, I initially it was a little bit, because I'm not somebody who, would just go on Facebook Live. People started seeing me in my job. It was like people started questioning me. What are you doing? What are you doing on Facebook right there? But it gives me, I realize I'm somebody when I put I want to do something and I know that thing is good. I give all my heart, So I realized it was something good. So why don't I give all even though I shouldn't care about what people say, I have the courage to stand up and talk about the product because I've used the product and I know what the product has done for me. So that gave me the motivation to share, to talk to people about it. Yeah.
So then when you, tell us how you use Facebook, because you said you weren't used to using it, and how do you use Facebook?
Facebook, one thing I do is, I'm a little bit busy because I'm a mother of 3 and, I still do my nursing job. So the days that I'm off, I try and, go to Facebook Live. Sometimes, usually I go at night or sometimes during the day, depending on how the day work. I'll go on Facebook Live, talk about the product. Even if it's Omega, I'll talk about Omega. And, just within 15, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, I'll talk about it. And I'm also posting every day because this business, you have to be consistent. Consistency is the key. I'm always posting.
Yeah. And you were scared of Facebook. So maybe there's somebody that needs to. So at first you were scared of Facebook. You say you've never been on it. So what gave you the courage to just start just doing that?
When I used the product and I realized that it was good, I was motivated to go and share. And as I told you earlier on, my friend, at that time, his wife had now menstruated for 2 years. So when they bought this product, 4 days, the lady was able to menstruate. So that was another, another testimony showing that the product is good and the research behind it. Okay. So that motivated me to just, this is something good. And I also realized that the pains that I was feeling all over my body was no more there. And the product started glowing my skin. I could see difference in my body and the life of my children. So I realized that this is something I cannot keep to myself. I have to share.
Yeah. And I encourage other people that's listening, right? If they know that it's good, but I think sometimes people get scared. So your mindset, you just had no fear. You just felt like you're obligated to share it because it's working, and you obligated to share the business because it's bringing you some money. So why wouldn't you share that? Simple as that, right? That was just the mindset you had. And that in itself moved you up pretty quick. And so how do you find the time again? Because you work full time. You have, did you say 4 children?
I have 3 children.
3. I think I gave you an extra one, huh? 4.
No. So, take it out. I don't want another one.
And you work full time. So tell me again how you find the time to fit this in. And how much time are you spending?
Putting in the business. Okay. This is something that's recently I was talking to my friend, and I was saying that this is something I need to, because I'm that type, I believe in perseverance. I believe in determination, and I believe in commitment and consistency. So once I give my heart to, and the people who have known me for long knows me. So they were not surprised that I'm always in Facebook posting and doing the thing. But what I did was early in the morning, because by the time my kids wake up, I wake up 5 o'clock, I will do whatever I have to do my prayers and, do what I have to do for myself. Then after that, I will start posting. posting, and also at the same time, even if I'm on the toilet, I will add friends. That's how I do it, because I have no time. I have no time. So I'll add friends whilst I'm in the bathroom, or even sometimes I'm feeding my son, who is the little one. And whilst he's doing, there's a little break, I will just add friends. I started building the Facebook, because you need to build a platform for people to, to see you, for people to know what you are doing. So I started adding friends, because most of the Zooms that I go at that, because I started at that time, since I'm new and I'm a newbie, I wanted to find out what people are doing. So every Zoom that is going on, I try to get in and learn, take little by little what people are doing, Sometimes I might be cooking. I'm in the kitchen, but I have my phone on speaker. Whilst Zoom is going on, I'm listening to what they are saying. That's how I do it, little by little. So because I don't have time to be sitting there, I'm so busy, I'm a busy mom, and I'm also working. So those little things, and I try, get all the people who are joining me, because they believe, I know that they trusted me before they join. I just don't leave them just like that. I make sure that if my team members are not going forward, it hurts me. That is me. It hurts me that they are not, so I'm doing whatever I can. If I have to talk to them, what can we do? That's something a lot of people think, okay, they've come in, they're doing the job, let them leave them. Let us leave them, because without a team too, you're not going nowhere. So you will not go anywhere if you don't have a team. And if the team don't trust you, if you think that's, because I've seen it, that people think, okay, it's okay, we've recruited them, they're doing the job, so let us leave them. That's not how you do it. This is a teamwork, because teamwork makes the dream work. Yes, right. That's how it works. And I know Beverly always say that. That's something you have to believe in as a leader, because you cannot leave them behind. So it hurts me when they are not moving, and I have to do whatever I have to do to help them come out. Yeah.
So anybody that's not unmute, make sure you're unmute. And then if you guys have questions for Gifty that you want to type into the chat, I will field them to her. Any questions or comments, I'll make sure that we do that, because we have a few more minutes before she goes. But it's phenomenal, because what I'm hearing you say is that you invite everybody to the business, you feel like it's something good and it, so you're comfortable with sharing it. You looked at the research, and then you don't have time. You just do it when you can. And when you're saying you're adding friends on Facebook, so people you don't even know, you're adding. I mean, who are you adding? How do you know who to add?
Robin, that's something that all the people that in my page, I don't know them, but you have to add them. You have to add them and present the business to them. Because if you say you're going to do it just for your family, some people come in and they think that their family members will join them, but trust me, some of them will back off. They are not into this. Yeah, so you need to go to Facebook and start adding friends. That's very, very important.
When you add them, do you message them, or you just add them and do what with them? Hope they see.
I add them, I message them right away. I present the opportunity, because I don't have time to be saying, oh, hi, how are you? And all that stuff. I don't have time. Yeah, because some of the people, you will not even meet them anymore, So I will not be saying, okay, how are you? How are you doing today? You know what you are talking about. You want to present opportunity. So why don't you put it right there? So I would just message you right there and tell you, okay, this is the business I'm doing. This is it. This is the product. And if I have a video, I will send it to you. Look at it and I'll get back to you. If the person is ready to, the person will say yes or no. It's two-way, either yes or no. So why bother and be saying, oh, I want to be friends with the person. Hi, well, you and all that stuff. People have no time. And one thing that I realize is when I joined, I started putting my website. People think that you cannot put your website, because if I come to Facebook, trust me, and I have to I'm looking for I don't have time to come and message you. I have no time. I believe that if your website is there, I'll click on it and check what is there.
What video do you send them? So when you friend them and you message them and you say, hey, I'm Gifty, I have this business, like, what do you say? Tell me again what you say and what video.
I tell them I have a business opportunity. This is how the business work. You know, if you sign up, the product is good. It's backed by research. About 41 research have gone on with this product, and I've used the product. So I'm a testimony about the product. Okay, then I will present the business. If you join, you will be, you know, you don't have to stock, you don't have to do anything and all that. I will say all that stuff. And there's a video in our, what is it? The virtual office. You know, the join our business, you know, there's a video on a virtual office that it says join our business or come join us or something like that. Yeah, so I would send that out to the people. And, you know, sometimes you get no, but no doesn't mean that I cannot share the business to anybody. You know, yeah, I just, you know, share whatever I have to share, send it to them. And even though up till now, even though I'm SSC, I still call myself Partner Plus because I'm still building the business. You know, you will not know everything. And one thing I realize is I don't go crazy studying the whole compensational plan. Whatever position I am, if when I'm going to a promotion or a position that I want to go, I will just take a picture of it and put it on my phone and look at that. I don't have time to, because the whole compensational plan is huge. It's 11 things. I have no mind to crack that thing in my brain. So I'll look at that one and work on that. What I need to do, what you know, my team members, what if this person should go to this, I will be able to move forward. If this person, then I start helping the team. That's how I do it.
Wow. Yeah. So like, because your next position is qualifying national marketing director, and you're focused just on that. You're just looking at what you have to do to get to that. Loving it. Everybody, people are saying amazing. And then I heard a comment, that's what I do, but not getting the same results. And so I would say Gifty just has a mindset, because everything, it's all possible, and it's all about what you believe and how you're approaching it. Because even though you're doing, I mean, she's like, no nonsense. She's just like, this is what I'm doing. And somehow people are like, okay, well, then I'm going to do it with you. People love that confidence. If you're hesitating, then they're hesitating. And that is just the mindset. When we talked, I'm like, so you just do that with ease. Like, it's like, you're just buttering bread. She's like, yep, I just invite them to the business and there we go. So I'm like, okay. And it worked, obviously, because here you are, not even a year at senior sales coordinator. And that is 1.4% of reps get to senior sales coordinator, 1.4. So out of the 100% of people in the Juice Plus company, only 1.4% get to where you are, which is level. So partner plus QSC, sales coordinator, QSSC. So you're like level 6, level 5 in there.
Do I even know what level? And one thing I would tell people, you know, find a business buddy. If somebody brought you in, you don't have to, you know, like Robin, you were telling me who brought you. If you think that the person who brought you is not, you know, whatever, you don't need to stay. I have a business buddy and she's in the Zoom. Amazing, amazing sister that she is. You know, we are more than a family to me. And we, you know, it's not that we don't go through struggles, but we learn on each other. We learn from each other. I've learned from her. She also have learned from. Find a business buddy. Don't stick to, okay, some people believe in our community, this is the person, okay, I'm following. Trust me, it's your business.
Right.
You don't have to. Find a buddy. Find a buddy in the business and work with that person.
This, another question, and we're gonna almost come into a close, you all. So it says, do you have business in Europe? The question is, do you have business in Europe?
In my app, like, you know, what kind of, like.
Oh, do you have people, do you have partners? Do you have people on your team in Europe, or are they all in the US?
Oh, I have only one person in Europe.
Okay.
at this moment.
So everybody else is here in the US.
Everybody is in the US.
Wow. Okay.
Because I know it's globally, but I usually, like all these, most of the people, I never met them, but and that's why I'm saying add friends and share that most of the people in my team, I met them through Facebook.
Wow.
They were watching me, watching the video, they bought the product, or some of them will say, oh, that's why Facebook Live is very, very important, because one time I was doing a live and a girl called me in the live. She was talking to me about the product because I was explaining the berries, the importance of the berries, going through all. And she called me, she said, somebody sold me this product, but I don't even know what to do with it. The person just sold it. And that's what some people do. They just selling, they don't explain anything. I took my time to explain this thing to the girl, how she has to take, because she had the product for like more than 3 months. She didn't even take it. She didn't even know how to take it. Wow. Yeah. So to me, it's, and I always say, if you are in this business and your main thing is to get the money right away, it's not going to happen. You have to have the passion the passion of helping people, because J. Martin had a passion. That man had a passion to help as many people that he can help and create opportunity. I don't think he was just in to say, okay, I'm in for money. That's the whole thing. The man had a passion. So you have to have a passion to do this business. If you don't love it, you don't. And as a nurse, that's one of my core values, to care. So I care for people. That's why I've seen a lot of things in this business which can put me off. That's why I'm saying that you have to find a body. And my buddy, Sandra, there has been a lot of encouragement. We encourage it as sometimes you tend to be so down, but you need somebody to lift you up. Yeah. And that is how I have been able to survive. I would have left the business, but I am in because I have the passion to do what I'm doing. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're coming to a close. And so your buddy, Sandra, is she on your team, or she's sidelined to you?
Oh, she is in another team.
She's in another, yeah. And yes. my bestie, Warlicia, is here, and she's on another team, but we're still buddies. So yeah, to find a buddy. This has been great. Like, they're saying they love you, and they're like, you are the real deal. You are the truth. They love Gifty. Thank you so much, Gifty. And yeah, they're waving. Any other questions or comments before we hop off? They're giving you hand claps, Gifty. Thank you so much. So awesome.
You are always welcome. Anyway, so one last thing I want to tell everybody here, don't give up, persevere through you finish the line, because I have always had this thing in my mind. Your decision today, the decision you take today to remain in this Juice Plus company will determine your destiny, how you will end in the future with this Juice Plus. So just sit down, find a goal. What do you, in the next 5 years, if we should meet here, would you be part of it to be having a conversation? Have a goal. What do you want to do? It is not just the money. Would you be in when the time comes for us to have a conversation like that? And I know it's not easy. Everywhere, everybody is going through a lot with the sales and here and there, but it's something you have to be commitment and persevere through. You get to the finish line. That's one thing I believe in. Yeah.
Yay. All right. Well, thank you so much. And all of you out there, we had quite a few people on there to come and hear you. And I can see the hand claps as well. So thank you so much. And all of you out there, I hope that Gifty inspired y'all to, hey.
Just give me a minute.
Yes, okay. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much, Gifty and Walicia and all our Tower Garden family. And it's so awesome to see Emma, also my good buddy with the Tower Garden of the Juice Plus. Good to see you, my sister. And I'm extremely delighted to see you all. And I wanted to show you the Tower Garden that we have, which Walicia, my very good sister.
Oh, wow.
She helped us set up all this beautiful Tower Garden. And now we just had our new seedlings. with the tomato, the onion and the cucumber and all of that.